Okay, I have my tea. Let's see. We have more people. Hi, Ethan. Hi, Ilsari. Yes, new storyline tonight. We are back at Kyoto Winds. And we are going to embark on Soji's route because I made the executive decision to go for a storyline I like. Because, good lord. Sano's was okay. Like, Sano was great. Chizuru was not. Yeah. So yes, Soji. Murder hobo. Also very cute. Troll. And I don't remember anything in his route being especially problematic, other than the fact that he's kind of a murder hobo, but quite honestly, literally every member of the Shinsengumi is. So, yeah. He's just a little proud of it, that's all. Cute troll murder hobo. Yeah, sounds like a D&D character. That's about right. Exactly. Samurai are literally professional murder hobos. Well, Ronin are more like professional murder hobos. Samurai do attach themselves to a lord. But anyway. How is everyone tonight? I have a very busy week coming up. My fall schedule is about to kick off. And I'm gonna be in so many TTRPGs and or running them. Woof. Woof. Recovering with some smooches! Well, I'm glad you chose to recover here, Lindy, and I really do hope you feel better soon. Well, you're in none. Ulsari, we'll have to fix that when my schedule clears up a little, eventually. Everyone must play games, and I must play games with everyone. Hi, Renegade! I must have been AFK when you slipped in. Welcome, welcome. Oh god, Lindy, you are worse than me by far. Like, I don't know how you do it. Truly don't. I know. See, I was like, yeah, I'll chill out after the fall. And then here I go as a couple of cool ideas happened. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll totally run that for you guys. And so I now have a game that I will be running in January of 2019 already set up. I don't know why I do this. Sometimes. But that's okay, it's fun. Who needs things like sleep? It's fun. I'm like half of what Lindy's got going, so yeesh. Yeesh. Alright, are we ready to get rolling? Start chasing Soji down? And convincing him not to murder us, but to kiss us instead? Let's do the thing. And I need to select the correct game. There we go. It is very hard to say no to more TTRPGs. It's like real hard. Oh no, I forgot water. While the intro is playing, I am gonna run and grab water. I will be right back, friends. Okay, there we go. All right, time to jump in. We're generally okay sound-wise, I think. I have changed no settings, so... BGM is fairly quiet, but I think that's good for the most part. But let me know if it's like so quiet that you guys need me to turn it up. All right. Here we go. Yep, we are still Chizuru. I think everybody here has seen the prologue. Or do you want me to go through it? You guys tell me. It's been a couple playthroughs since we've done it, but yeah. Alright. We'll skip it then, because I'm pretty sure everybody knows basically what happened. But if anybody has very strong feelings about it, let me know. And we'll do it next time. The gist of what happened is she saw murders! And then saw more murders. Because the murderers got murdered by the Shinsengumi, who then took her to their headquarters because she saw too much. And now she's waking up the next morning. We've done some skipping, so... we'll play through a little bit, and when it starts to get to some of the political brouhaha, we can skip around a bit. Was it morning? What happened to me? I attempted to recollect myself. Ah, yes. Right. All at once, the events of the previous night rushed back to me. This isn't my room. My limbs were snugly bound in tight knots, so all I could do was wriggle around in bed, twisting the blankets around me. I yearned for the comfort of my own futon, but the futility of such thoughts only forced me to confront the reality of my situation. If only I could wake from this strange nightmare. But I could not. Those men from the night before must have taken me with them to the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. What will happen to me now? I inhaled deeply, lying down to await my fate. It was at that moment that the door slid open, and a kind-looking man stepped through.
ああ、目が覚めたかい？すまんな、こんな扱いで。今、縄を緩めるから少し待ってくれ。
His smile quirked as he removed my ropes. My wrists, however, were left bound. And you are?
ああ、そうか。私はね、井上源三郎というんだ。
Thank you, Inoue.
さて、ちょっと来てくれるかい？今朝から幹部連中であんたについて話し合っているんだが、昨べあんたが何を見たのか確かめておきたいってことになってね。
Okay. I nodded curtly and struggled to stand, but my body was sore from being bound up all night. Inoue treated me with something like courtesy, but it was clear that I was in a lesser position. He must have been able to guess my thoughts, however, because he smiled at me and winked.
心配しなくても大丈夫さ。なりは怖いが気のいい者たちばかりだよ。
Oh. Even at home, I heard rumors of the vicious Shinsengumi that were unflattering. It was hard to imagine that the people in charge of such an organization were gentlemen.
一番年の若い東堂君は君よりちょっと年上くらいだよ。それに長倉君と原田君という賑やかな二人組もいるから大丈夫。
Despite Inoue's reassurances, it was difficult for me to trust what I was hearing as accurate. Excuse me. Inoue led me to a room and opened the door. I stepped inside and found myself surrounded by the leaders of the Shinsengumi. Their eyes dug into me like sharp knives. I stared before me and then gulped nervously.
Ohayo. 昨日はよく眠れた?
Well, it wasn't particularly comfortable.
そうなんだ。さっき僕が声をかけた時には君全然起きてくれなかったよね。幸せそうな寝顔でぐっすりだったみたいだけど。
What?
からかわれているだけだ。掃除はあんたの部屋になど行ってない。
Quite silent, I stared at Okita. With his grin still spread along his face, he glanced over to Saito.
もう少しこの子の反応を見たかったんだけどな。はじめくんもひどいよね。勝手にバラすなんてさ。
I don't think Saito did anything wrong. You, on the other hand.
おいてめえら、無駄口ばっか叩いてんじゃねえ。
Hijikata's voice brooked no further insubordination. Okita shrugged and fell silent, but the smile lingered through his bright eyes.
でさ、土方さん、そいつが目撃者。
The man who spoke was... well, he looked more like a boy than a man. Maybe this is the youthful Shinsengumi captain that Inoue was describing to me. I'd imagine the leaders of the Shinsengumi to be older, maybe even middle-aged men, but their faces were still blessed with youth. In fact, one might even confuse them at first glance for a gang of bohemian thugs.
ちっちゃいし細っこいな。まだガキだろこいつ。
お前がガキとか言うなよ、平助。
だな。世間様から見りゃ平助もこいつも似たようなもんだろうよ。
ガキ扱いしていいのは俺みたいな立派な大人になってからだぜ。
立派な大人って、まあ新八が言っても説得力も何もねえがな。
Two nearby men replied to Toldo very mocking but light-hearted tones. I somewhat recalled Inoue's description of the two energetic members. His mention of them was brief, but seeing them in person was an eye-opening experience. He said the short-haired one was Nagakura, and the other with longer hair was Harada.
うるさいな。おじさん二人は黙ってなよ。
ふざけんなよこのお坊ちゃまが。俺らにそんな口聞いていいと思ってんのか？
平助におじさん呼ばわりされるほど年は食ってねえよ。新八はともかく、俺はな。
てめえ、裏切るのか佐野。
へへ、新八さん図星されて怒るって大人げねえよな。
Their back-and-forth rapport seemed developed into a rhythm from years of friendship, which predated my arrival, and made me foreign here. I sensed something apart from curiosity towards me, though, like a feeling of animosity. Despite their cheerful levity, they had not forgiven my presence among them. Suddenly, I wanted very much to go home. I wanted to leave this place and never return. My chest tightened and I stared down, hoping to wake up in bed with all of this only a memory.
口さがない方ばかりで申し訳ありません。あまり怖がらないでくださいね。
Oh! His voice was calm and warm, and I felt myself relax, even if only a little bit.
Mark it, everybody. This is like the last time we're gonna see Sun on Not Creepy.
何言ってんだ。一番怖いのはあんただろう、三男さん。
As he finished speaking, the rest of the men nodded solemnly in agreement. I wondered, who could possibly command such fear and respect from these men?
おや、心外ですね。皆さんはともかく鬼の副長まで何をおっしゃるんです？私はいつだって新選組の規範を第一に考えているだけですよ。その規範、ご法度を決めたのは土方君、君じゃなかったですか？
確かに決めたのは俺だ。だが今はそんなことを言ってる時じゃねえだろうな。
And the man called Sannan and Hijikata stared at one another with a smirk.
トシと三男君は相変わらず仲が良いな。
Hijikata and Sannan sounded distant when they spoke to one another, not exactly friendly. Still, the man who spoke had certainly sounded as though he thought they were friends.
ああ、自己紹介が遅れたな。俺が新選組局長、近藤勇だ。
It's our good dad!
When you say chief, do you mean to say you're the most important man in the Shinsengumi?
いや、まあ、俺が偉いわけじゃない。皆の代表ということだよ。それから、そこの都市が副長で、横にいる三男君は総長を務めていて。
いや、近藤さん。なんでいろいろ教えてやってんだよ、あんたは。
まずいのか？
情報を与える必要がないんだったら黙ってる方が得策なんじゃないですかね。
わざわざ教えてやる義理はないと思うけど。
確かにそうなんだが、紹介しないことには話が進まんだろう。
Harada glanced over at Kondo and let out a bark of laughter.
ま、ここまで来たら知られて困ることもねえけどな。
Kondo had looked rather disappointed when Hijikata spoke, but he perked up at Harada's words. Despite knowing him for 5 minutes, it's easy to see that his words resonated well with his men. He had a sort of charisma that simply drew you in. A man who was impossible to hate.
さて、本題に入ろう。まずは改めて昨晩の話を聞かせてくれるか。
はい。昨晩京の都を夜間巡撮中に不老の老師と遭遇。相手が刀を抜いたため切り合いとなりました。
Hi, Julie! You have not missed anything. We're starting from the beginning, and I've been letting the scenes play through instead of skipping. So, to catch up, Chizuru has been captured by the Shinsengumi because she witnessed Furies murdering some people, and then witnessed the Shinsengumi murdering the Furies, and now she knows their secret, and oh shit. What do?
「一部の大使らが老子を無力化しましたが、その折彼らが失敗した様子をこの者に目撃されています。」
As he finished, Saito turned to look at me. I didn't see anything. Even with my insistence, Hijikata continued to stare at me with a harsh glance. Saito remained expressionless, and the smile on Okita's face didn't change.
なあ、お前本当に何も見てないのか？
Yes, I didn't see anything.
見てないんならいいんだけどさ。
あれ、掃除の話じゃお前が大使どもを助けてくれたって話だったが。
No, that's not true. I glanced over at Okita, but his smile remained. Whatever he was thinking was a mystery to me. I was running away from the Ronin. Then some people with Shinsengumi uniforms appeared. Really, they sort of rescued me.
つまり大使どもが老子を切り殺してる場面はしっかり見たってわけだな。
I couldn't exactly deny that. However, I knew that choosing to stay silent would implicate me deeper than lying would.
つまり最初から最後まで一部始終を見てたってことか。お前、根が素直なんだろうな。それ自体は悪いことじゃないんだろうが。
I wasn't sure what to make of Harada's words. My presence seemed bad for the Shinsengumi. Would their next words be ones condemning me to death for being at the wrong place and time? My voice shook, but I knew I had to try. I won't tell anyone. I promise.
偶然老子に絡まれていたという君が 私たちに敵対するものとまでは言いませんが、君に言うつもりがなくとも相手の誘導尋問に乗せられる可能性はある。
His voice was still and warm, but his words were cold, and I began to feel my chances at life slip away.
話さないというのは簡単だが、この者が新選組に義理立てする理由もない。
約束を破らない保証なんてないですし、やっぱり解放するのは難しいですよね。ほら、殺しちゃいましょうよ。口封じするならそれが一番じゃないですか。
That's our future husband right there. Yeah. This is fine.
But
そうじ、物騒なことを言うな。お上の民をむやみに殺して何とする。
そんな顔しないでくださいよ。今のはただの冗談ですから。
あんたは冗談に聞こえる冗談を言え。
after being rebuked by Saito, Okita gave a playful smile.
しかし、なんとかならんのかね。まだこんな子供だろ
う。私も何とかしてあげたいとは思いますが、うっかり漏らされでもしたら一大事です。
Murder JK is basically Soji in a nutshell. And we should save because we haven't like done that at all. Bazoop. There we go.
さて、私は副長のご意見を伺いたいのですが、いかがですか、土方副長。
The men looked to Hijikata, listening intently. He sighed and glanced around the room.
俺たちは昨晩、指導に背いた大使を粛清した。こいつはその現場に居合わせた。
Yeah, Lynn has it right. Okita's basically like, is it a problem? Yes. Can we kill it? Yes. Okay, problem solved. Like I said, murder hobo.
それだけだとおっしゃりたいんですか?
A Galushi raid! And hi G-Mac! Thanks for popping in. No worries. Sleep well and have a good day at work. Welcome, Raiders!
実際このガキの認識なんざその程度のもんだとは思うんだが。
けどよ、こればっかりは大義のためにも内密にしなきゃなんねえことだよな。
Yeah, Hijikata is distractingly handsome.
新選組の大使は血に狂ってるなんて噂が立ちゃ、俺らのタイムにだって支障が出るぜ。
Hi Galushi, how are you?
Did you ever sleep or are you still riding the like 24-hour stream high? Or 48 hours or however the heck long you were doing that. No, we have not romance dreaming McPurple Eyes yet. Everybody wanted to do that next, but I think I want to save him maybe for last out of the original 6. So you have not missed the Hijikata romance yet. I will definitely tell you when I plan to begin that one, Lindy.
Shinpachi's words made sense to everyone. Hijikata's face looked grim.
おい、言葉を慎め。俺は指導に背いた大使を粛清したと言ったはずだぞ。
でもまあ、どっちみち見たことは変わらないんですけどね。
宗司の意見にも一理あると思うが、 俺は土方さんや近藤さんの決定に従う。
俺は逃がしてやってもいいと思う。こいつは別にあいつらが血に狂った理由を知っちまったわけでもないんだしさ。
What do you mean, everything? I couldn't help but wonder aloud, and the mood in the room shifted to an icy silence.
平助、余計な情報をくれてやるな。
悪い。
ああ、これでますます君の無罪放免が難しくなっちゃったね。
男子たる者、死ぬ覚悟くらいできてんだろ。お前も諦めて腹くくちまいな。
A man? Oh, that's right. They still believed me to be a boy. With everything else that had happened, I'd completely forgotten how I was dressed.
確かに潔く死ぬのも男の道だな。俺も若い頃は切腹したし。
Sano and your knife cat face.
サノの場合、まだ生きてるけどな。
Their jokes were barbaric, but they both broke into raucous laughter.
副長、結論も出ないことですし、一旦この者を部屋に戻してはどうでしょうか。同席させた状態で誰かが機密を漏らせば、処分も何も殺すほかなくなります。
He was right. If I remained with them, then I could easily hear something I wasn't supposed to. I didn't think he'd mentioned it for my sake, but rather as a possible concern for their group. I was still relieved when he'd brought it up.
そういうことにするか。ちょっと調べたいこともあるしな。
私もその判断には賛成しますよ。ここには迂闊な方も多いですしね。
三男さん、わざわざこっち見て言うとかきついよな。
まあ仕方ねえよ。迂闊なのは俺らの担当だろう。主に平助とかな。
そんな責めるなよ。俺だって悪気はなかったんだからさ。
I could hear Toldo's voice rise as everyone turned to look at him. He looked at them for a bit, then turned to me and mumbled in a voice I could barely hear.
あのさ、悪かったな。
Just like the tiniest of shirts. Yeah, his outfit's like interesting. He has this like crop top thing going, and then he's got his tummy all bandaged up since he failed to commit honorable suicide.
I was still apprehensive about what they might do to me, so I couldn't respond to him well. But he seemed to understand, and I curtly managed to nod. It was the most I could manage.
それじゃ斉藤、こいつを頼む。
承知しました。行くぞ。
All right. After returning to my room, I'd spent some time reflecting upon my state and my still bound hands. The rumors spoke of the Shinsengumi as vicious men, but they seemed more intimate, human to me. Still, their presence, or their being, lingered through me as if to say, we're not killers, but to protect our code, we must bring death. Remaining here is only bringing me closer to the possibility of them killing me. I don't know if I can convince them to spare me. Just as I have no loyalty to them, they have no loyalty to me. Only the Shinsengumi.
Whew. Yeah, 24 hours talking nonstop and doing different voices will completely trash your throat. Telling you, man, get some hot tea with some honey. Aw, thanks for the sub, my friend. We actually have emotes on the way! I did the hype skate emote today. So your subs will actually have a thing. I might need to fix it though, because it seems like it could be really tiny. I don't know. We'll see. If it sucks, I'll redo it. But I wanted to give you guys something. Yeah, I'm gonna do sub badges. I have the sketches done. I just need to do the actual artwork. They gonna be coffee cups. Because obvious branding is obvious. Anyway.
But then they mentioned a man must always be ready to face death. So are they still mistaking me for a man? Could I possibly risk exposing my true identity in exchange for mercy on my life? But this could just as easily backfire for me, and it could exact an even worse fate. I was truly at a loss for what to do, so I consulted the walkthrough.
Ooh, new choice. We're gonna save though. She was dressed as a boy because she was traveling from Edo to Kyoto all by herself in search of her father. And it was basically just a way to, like, you know, because a lady traveling alone could run into trouble. So she figured dress like a boy and maybe people won't be as inclined to bother her.
Thanks for the sub, Imperator Penguin! And welcome. There was nothing for it. I had to try and escape. Meaning I needed to get moving immediately. Staying in this room did nothing to help me. Fortunately, they hadn't bothered to tie me up completely again. Only my hands were bound. That would slow me down, certainly. But so long as I could move my legs, I stood a chance. All right. Now the exit is... I cast my memory back to when they brought me into the building the night before. Right. I'm sure it'll work out. I stood up. Holding my breath, I edged toward the door. I knew it was rude, but I had no choice but to try to open the sliding door with my toe. But I was almost there when suddenly it flew open all on its own, revealing...
No!
Ah! I stumbled straight into Kondo.
おや、ずいぶん大胆な方ですね。まさか逃げるつもりだったんですか？勝手に動いては困りますね。君の身が余計に危うくなるだけですよ。
His voice was calm and not unfriendly, but his eyes were frigid and calculating. Too late, I realized why they hadn't bothered to tie me up again. They'd been watching me.
逃げれば切る。ゆうべ、俺は確かにそう言ったはずだが。
Eep?
残念だけど殺しちゃうしかないかな。約束を破るこの言葉なんて信用できないからね。
Okita smiled. He didn't look very sorry. I consulted the walkthrough again because I don't know what to do.
Bloop.
You won't give me a chance to explain myself? I was innocent, but complaining wasn't going to help me. Perhaps it would be best if I simply accepted my death. Then you may do whatever you like with me. Okita roared with laughter, his shoulders shaking. The anger in my voice proved unaffecting to them.
君、面白いね。でも、ちょっといじめすぎちゃったかな。もう少し肩の力抜いてよ。取って食べたりしないからさ。
What do you want? You were just talking about killing me.
君みたいに潔い女の子、初めて見たよ。
Huh? A girl? You knew I was a girl?
そうじゃ、この少年が女子だというのか。
Well, Soji knew.
近藤さん、落ち着いてくれ。気づいてるやつは気づいてたみたいだが、あんたはまず分かってねえと思ってたが。
もしかして三男君も気づいていたのか。
ええ、一生懸命に男装を試みてますが、どこから見ても女の子です。
There's like this there's a bar that's set among the captains of like who catches on and who doesn't. And it's usually like the calculating jerks who figure it out. And then the nice derpy boys and bros who just don't.
さあ、お兄さんたちに話してごらん。女の子が男装してまで夜の京を歩いていた理由。
Okita. Sunnon shrugged and let out a loud sigh.
もう一度皆を集めましょうか。意見を変えるものが出るかもしれませんからね。
Yeah, I feel like a big brother like Okita would be a terrible, terrible experience. He clearly likes to tease people entirely too much in the worst way. Bros just assume everyone's a bro, right, bro?
There I was, surrounded once again by the leaders of the Shinsengumi.
少年にしては華奢で可愛らしい顔をしていると思っていたんだが、まさか本当に女子だったとはな。
Gondo was nodding his head repeatedly, as if he were agreeing with a very intelligent suggestion.
Soji is definitely like the little boy who pulls the pigtails and flips up the skirt of the girl he likes. Yep. He is actually 5. Just a very murdery 5.
For him to notice the softness of my features, it flattered me a bit.
もう女だって聞いてから見ると女にしか見えなくなってくるんだよな。
しかし女の子を一晩縄で縛っておくとは悪いことをしたね。
Okay, you raise a really good point, Ethan. Giving 5-year-olds sword would be really murdery.
でもよ、女だって言うが別に証拠はないんだろ。
Oh no. Shinpachi, don't.
証拠も何も一目瞭然だろうが、なんなら脱がせてみるか。
許さん許さんぞ。衆目の中女子に肌をさらさせるなど言語道断。
だがまあそれが一番手っ取り早いと思ったんだ。無理にとは言わないがな。
Sano, you're not allowed to do that in this playthrough.
でもよ、本当に女だって言うなら殺しちまうのも忍びねえよな。
何甘いこと言ってるんだ。男だろうが女だろうが性別の違いは生かす理由にならねえだろ
う。もっともです。ですが女性に限らずそもそも人を殺すのは忍びないことですよ。今日の治安を守るために組織された私たちが無益な殺生をするわけにはいきません。
Dad or I laying down the law, right?
結局女の子だろうが男の子だろうが今日の平安を乱しかねないなら話は別ですよね。
This is before Sanan gets his arm injury, which then turns him into a depressive, angry asshole that drinks the water of life, that then becomes a depressive, angry, psychotic asshole who drinks blood. So he's like how he normally is? And once again, Lynn is here to drop us some good history.
If the rumor spread that their men were thirsty for blood, things weren't likely to go well for them. Kyoto would banish them, and with no one to protect the people, the city would erupt into chaos. Each of their members deeply understood the consequences of behaving rashly in these times.
悪いが、お前の荷物を改めさせてもらったぜ。
Alright, Ganushi! Go get some Victor burgers!
どうやら江戸からここまで一人で来たみてえだな。荷物はわずかな着替えと一月分の小銭、それと数通の手紙とこの小立ち。手紙には幕府御殿医の松本良順の名前があった。おそらくそこを訪ねたんだろう。お前の目的は何だ？
The minute my name was spoken, the vibe in the room shifted immensely. Everyone wore a stunned expression, eyes wide, and no words were uttered in response until...
土方さん、その名前は？
おいおい、偶然にしちゃって行き過ぎだぜ。
まあ待て。それを判断するためにもまずは君の話を聞かせてくれるかな？
At Kondo's behest, I stood up to speak. My name is Chizuru Yukimura. Under the watchful eyes of the leaders, I sharply described how I came to face them. How I lived in Edo. How I'd come to Kyoto to find my father. How lonely the city felt before I arrived.
そうか。出身も江戸だったのだな。父上を探して遠路はるばる京に来たのか。して、お父上は何という方かね。
My father is Kodo Yukimura.
つながったな。
What are you talking about?
あなたが持っていた手紙の筆跡。これはまさに光道さんのものでしたが、まさか本当に光道さんのご息女とはね。
You know my father? The silence was enough to tell me that the revelation of my parentage caused a pronounced change in their behavior.
どこまで知ってる？
Huh? What information are you talking about?
いいから洗いざらい全部吐け。何しに今日に来やがった。
I just came to look for my father. I swear I don't know anything else.
親父の行動さんが何をしてるか知っててここに来たんだろうが。
I was only aware of my father being in Kyoto for his medical work. But I haven't seen him since last summer. That's all I know.
Hi, Eludia. Welcome. How are you?
土方君、どうやら本当に何も知らないのかもしれませんよ。
So, what do you know about my father? Where is he right now? Please tell me.
Yeah, Hijikata is like a big fan of the bad cop side of the good cop, bad cop interrogation tactic. He does it well, he's terrifying.
行動さんの行方は現在新選組でも探している。
You're after my father? So this means...
勘違いしないでね。僕たちは行動さんを狙ってるわけじゃないから。
Like, so just like, well, we're not, after him. You know, in the murdery way.
I see. A huge wave of relief came over me.
同じ幕府側の協力者なんだけど、実は彼、夏から行方知れずなんだよね。
幕府をよく思わない者たちが行動さんに目をつけた可能性が高い。
I let out an audible gasp, but Saito continued without paying me any mind.
生きている降参も高い。乱方医は利用価値がある存在だ。
I wasn't sure what else to do, so I nodded. My heart pounded in my chest, threatening to burst onto the floor.
近藤さん、どうでしょうか。同じ人物を探す者同士、彼女に手を貸してあげてはいかがかと。
手を貸すとはどういうことかね。
行動さんが見つかるまで互いに協力し合うということです。彼女に協力してもらうことで行動さんが見つかる可能性は格段に上昇するでしょう。
Huh?
私たちがいくら探しても姿形を変えられてしまっては見抜くことは難しい。ですが行動さんの娘である君ならば身なりが変わっていようと看破できますね。
Yes, of course. I nodded as I spoke, while giving him what I hoped seemed like a steady, reassuring smile.
それに彼女が手中にあるというのは何かと都合がいいと思います。
どうだトシ。三男君の意見に俺は賛成だな。
This is literally the last time Sanan's gonna make any sense, so hold on to that, guys.
こいつが本当に何も知らねえって言うんだろ。
It's true! All I know is that my father headed to Kyoto, but I don't know anything else. And about last night, I didn't see anything.
まあ、あの乱暴医の娘となりゃ殺しちまうわけにもいかねえか。
His eyes narrowed as he looked down at me.
昨べの件は忘れるって言うんなら、父親が見つかるまでお前を保護してやる。
君の父上を見つけるためならば、我ら新選組は協力は惜しまんとも。
Thank you so much. I'd never imagined something like this. I was elated to have escaped death. But not only had I survived, but I'd found my first decent lead.
殺されずに済んでよかったね。とりあえずはだけど。
He gave me that same wolfish grin. There was no denying that my situation was still less than desirable. But it didn't matter for now. Yes, I'm very glad. Against all odds, at last I'd found help where I never expected it. The Shinsengumi. My first day in Kyoto was quite the adventure. In spite of everything I'd seen, my fortune was improving with every step. I still had a long way to go, but keeping positive was my only hope.
雪村くん、よかったね。これからはよろしく頼むよ。
Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure for me as well.
なあ、ゲンさん。女子となれば、ここのような男女体では申し訳ない気がするんだが。
ええ、そうですね。これはちょっと困りましたな。
Kondo crossed his arms and thought deeply.
不便があれば言うといい。その都度可能な範囲で対処しよう。
Thank you.
まあ、女の子となりゃ手厚くもてなさんといかんよな。
新八さん、女の子に弱いもんな。でもだからって手のひら返すの早すぎ。
いいじゃねえか。これで豚書が華やかになると思えば、新八に限らずはしゃぎたくもなるだろう。
I wasn't entirely sure I believed that sentiment.
とはいえ、ここでは女性として扱うのは難しそうです。大使として扱うのもまた問題ですし、彼女の処遇は少し考えなければなりませんね。
Good old bro squad. And also, like, I love that they're fretting for a good 5 or 10 minutes about, oh no, suddenly we have a lady in our bachelor pad. What do?
なら誰かの交渉にすりゃいいだろう。近藤さんとか三男さんとか。
やだな、土方さん。そういう時は言い出しっぺが責任取らなくちゃ。
ああ、そうだな。都市のそばなら安心だ。
そういうことで土方くん、彼女のことよろしくお願いしますね。
I like how they all just immediately foist her off onto Hijikata, and he's just like, no.
てめえら、勝手に決めてるんじゃねえ。
As I watched their back and forth, some of my earlier relief began to ebb away. And this is how the Shinsengumi had come to look after me.
Oh Jesus, Ethan, that sounds horrifying.
Do.
If you guys are tired of actually going through all of this content, just let me know if you want me to start skipping. I just feel like it's been a while since we've actually seen the Kyoto Winds content. So it's kind of nice to coast through it a little bit.
Mid-February, 1864. I slid the door open and met a breath of cool morning air. Clumps of thick clouds trundled silently over the city, an unusually strong wind driving them along. It's cold today. I shivered a bit and grabbed a jacket from nearby the door to wrap around myself. A week had passed since I'd begun living in the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. I was given a room of my own, but they made it clear that I wasn't to roam freely. They weren't the best accommodations, but given how close I was to being murdered by them, instead, I thought it best not to complain. Still, do I really need to dress like this all the time? I sighed, staring at my feet on the cold floor. They'd given me temporary accommodations, but it wasn't without its strict conditions.
お前の身柄は新選組預かりとする。が、女として屯所へ置くわけにはいかねえ。新選組にかくまわれている女がいる。そんな話が万一にも広まれば、よくねえ勘繰りをする奴も出てくる。それに、噂を聞いて行動さんを狙っている奴らが、お前まで狙い出すかもしれねえ。もちろん、行動さんが狙われていると確定したわけじゃねえがな。こういう不確定要素が多い現状で迂闊な行動は取れねえってことだ。だからお前には断層を続けてもらう。面倒だろうがそれでいいな。
Clear. His reasoning was sound. Perhaps more than that, I knew he was concerned not only for the Shinsengumi, but also for the safety of my father and myself. I didn't have a choice, regardless, but keeping this in mind made his orders more palatable.
それに、たとえ君にその気がなくとも、女性の存在は体内の風紀を乱しかねない。ですから私たち幹部のほか、大使たちへも君の事情は話しません。情報はそれこそどこから広まるかわかりませんからね。
I understand the situation. So, what should I do while I'm here?
屯所じゃ何もしなくていい。部屋を一つやるから引きこもってろ。
あれ？おかしいな。この子、誰かさんの故障になるんじゃなかったですか？
いいか、掃除。てめえは余計な口出しせずに黙ってろ。
Before long, I'd been there for a week. I guess I don't have much of a choice. No sense in dwelling on what I can't do, after all. Although it was still a new sensation, I'd grown comfortable in dressing like a boy, particularly the feeling of wearing pants.
Yeah, Hijikata's basically like, I'm gonna give you a room and you're gonna stay in it and not cause trouble. And that is final.
I straightened up and touched the kodachi that Hijikata had given back to me. This was a familiar friend of mine, the blade by my hip stretching back to as far as I can recall. According to my father, this was an important heirloom passed down through the Yukimoto clan. As such, I was forced to take lessons in swordplay, making me well aware of what the blade was capable of. I had never cared much for weapons. Weapons hurt people, which is an obvious factor, but it was more than that, at least for me. For as far back as I could remember, any wounds I suffered healed at an incredible rate. Small cuts would disappear overnight. As a child, I thought nothing of it, but as I grew older, I began to realize that I was not quite normal. My father insisted that it was a gift of the gods, but that I should tell no one of it. I didn't tell anyone, of course. I was afraid they would treat me like a monster if they knew. Ever since then, I'd done my best not to get hurt. I stayed as far away from blades as I could, and before I realized it, I developed a fear of them. My constant need for disguise was frustrating, but my condition left me more unsettled. Still, that wasn't the only thing on my mind. The rank-and-file soldiers treated me coldly. I'm not just imagining it, right? I learned having a private room was a privilege, even for captains. For a child to arrive and receive better treatment than their own captains. No surprise, really, for the soldiers to hate me. True, I suppose I really can't blame them. I was enjoying the Shinsegumi's hospitality, and so I felt I should help them in some way. But I knew nothing of soldiers and their ways. I gave as much effort as possible, despite Hijikata's commands for me to remain in my room. How does one calm the lonely, restless mind? I think for the soldiers, whenever the captains or other officers would look out for me, it appeared as if they were giving me special treatment. They're just watching me. To make sure I kept my mouth shut, they took turns keeping watch over me. Any mistake on my part would cause huge trouble, so they were making an effort to keep me contained. Even if I could speak with the soldiers, what conversations could we share? Nothing? My only respite from any possibility of detection would be to stay alone. Again. All I wanted from this, though, was to find my father. Even though they'd promised to help me, keeping me locked here without the ability to leave was no better than being tied up. Just when it felt like I'd made some progress in my journey, my search was kept to a halt. Perhaps, I thought, I could talk to Hijikata. If he would give me permission to look for my father. Oh no, that's right. Hijikata just recently departed to Osaka. Well, if Hijikata's not here, I wasn't sure what to do. So I consulted the walkthrough, because that's what they're for, right? Perhaps there would be someone in the inner courtyard to whom I could speak, I thought. I didn't want to be spotted by the soldiers, so I hid for a moment and I scanned the area. Oh, good. Things were looking up. The only people in the courtyard were Okita and Saito. Good morning, Okita. Good morning, Saito. They showed no sign of surprise to my approach and turned lazily to greet me.
Ohayo. 明るいような暗いような微妙な顔してるね。
How did you guess?
何か思うところがあるという様子だ。俺たちに用があるなら言うといい。
Well, I didn't want to impose or complain, but they had asked. I was hoping I could go look for my father soon.
それは無理だ。あんたの護衛に割く人員は整っていない。
He hadn't exactly left me any room for argument. Is there really nothing you can do? It's not like I want to go very far. Just walking around the city is enough.
僕たちが巡察に出かけるとき、同行してもらうのが一番手っ取り早いかな。
Your rounds? I must have worn a confused expression because Okita's eyes narrowed, and he proceeded to warn me.
言っておくけど、巡察って命がけなんだよ。僕たちが下手を打てば死ぬ大使だって出る。老子に殺されたくないなら最低限、自分の身くらい自分で守ってもらわないとね。
Well, I do know a little of swordsmanship. I should be able to protect myself a little. Internally, I thought. Internally, though, I was frightened by the rounds. The last thing I wanted was to see another person die. I had seen enough of that to last a lifetime. I had to remind myself that fear couldn't rule me. No matter what, I had to find my father. Kyoto may be a dangerous place, but being paralyzed by fear would prevent me from ever finding him.
ならば俺が試してやる。腰のものが飾りではないと証明してみせる。
What?
加減はしてやる。遠慮は無用だ。どこからでも全力で打ち込んでこい。
But...
どうした雪村。その子たちはやはり単なる飾りなのか。
No, of course it's not. And I have taken lessons. I'm not lying. But I can't attack you. If my hand were to slip and I cut or stab you, not only would you be injured, but you could die.
This is basically these two in a single screenshot, like their whole personalities.
Excuse me. You don't have to laugh.
はじめくん相手に殺してしまうかもなんて不安になれる君は文句なしにすごいよ。最高。
Of course, I hadn't thought that I could beat one of the Shinsengumi captains, but still. There's still a chance of someone getting hurt. If it's to help someone or to protect myself, I wouldn't think twice to draw my kodachi. But right now, I really should check the walkthrough. So, this is to test my skills, right?
どうやら物分かりはいいみたいだね。君がそれなりに刀の使える人間だって分かれば、僕たちも君の外出を少しは前向きに考えるし。
Yup, let's impress Murder Bro.
刃に不安があるのなら、鞘を刀代わりに使うか、峰打ちで打ち込め。
I looked down at my sword. Even with the scabbard or the back of the blade, a misplaced strike could break bones. However, this was the opportunity I waited for. I don't want to miss this chance. I straightened up and looked straight into Saito's cold, calm eyes. Let's go! I settled into a fighting position. Saito cocked his head slightly to one side and let out a small noise I took to be a laugh. His stance stayed defensive, no sign of fear, despite the fact that I was clearly ready to attack. Did he intend to leave his sword sheathed? I stopped the thought as it entered my mind. His words were to be trusted. Here I come! As I stepped forward, I let out a yell and lunged. The backside of my blade collided with the shoulder of a defenseless Saito. Or so I thought. In the blink of an eye, his face was only inches from mine, and I could feel the cold steel of his blade. Boop. This was the skill of a Shinsengumi captain. My body froze and sweat dripped down my neck.
死を誇れ。あんたの剣には曇りがない。立ち筋には心が現れる。あんたは死に恵まれたのだろう。
He turned without a word, sheathed his sword, and began to walk away. I then noticed how wildly my heart was beating. What was that?
これ、いい子たちだね。ずいぶん年代物みたいだけど。
Huh? I looked over at Okita to see him holding my kodachi. I looked down at my hand where I'd expected my sword to be. It was empty. I'm sorry. Thank you for picking up my sword. He nodded and tossed the sword to me. I reached for it, but there was almost no strength left in my hands, and I nearly dropped it. The blow of Saito's sword on my own hand had left my hands numb. That strength had seemed almost inhuman.
大丈夫？やっぱり驚いたかな。はじめくんの居合は達人級だからね。
Casually throwing swords at ladies is basically Soji's brand, so. Saito, meanwhile, is a master of Iaido, which is fucking badass.
Yes, I suppose I'm okay. But what's Iai? I felt like a bit of a fool asking, but they seemed to think it was a perfectly legitimate question.
対等状態から抜き打ちの一撃を放つ技だ。抜刀直後の刃が上向いているのはわかるな。
Yes. You wear your katana just like my kodachi then?
Hey.
そうだ。昔の太刀は刃を下に向けて吊るしていたが、今の内刀は腰に刺すために上向きにする。本来であれば、刀身が鞘から抜け切るまで待ち、刀を返して相手に刃を向ける手間がかかる。
And he could have easily taken my head with that blade. Had we faced an actual battle, I would have been dead sooner than I could prepare myself.
居合は片手で抜き打つことが多いから、結果的に威力が下がって実用性は低いなんて言われることもあるんだけどね。
That's not a problem Saito has. It seems like he could easily finish an opponent with a single blow.
もしはじめくんが本気だったら、君の子たちを弾いた後、即座に追撃してとどめを刺してたと思うよ。
The only reason I survived that encounter was because Saito had never intended to kill me. A thought that made me shiver. That's the eye, then. And from a true master of the art. It left me speechless, trembling from its power. A feeling of horror began to creep and coil itself around my heart. The outside appearance of the Shinsengumi did not reflect their deadliness. It mesmerized me to witness men who could be gentle, yet killers.
落ち込むことはない。あんたは外を連れ歩くのに不便を感じない腕だ。
Yay, we get to go on patrol!
Really? I looked from Saito to Okita. He gave me a smile and brought his hands together in polite applause.
へえ、はじめくんのお墨付きか。これってかなりすごいことだよ。
Then that means you can take me with you?
外出禁止令を出した人が許可するならいつでも連れて行ってあげるんだけどね。
Right. I'd had a feeling he was going to say something similar, so I simply nodded in agreement.
副長が大阪出張から戻るまで今しばし待たせることになる。すまないな。
Oh, you don't need to apologize, Saito. It's alright. Saito looked at me for a beat, then turned away. I thought perhaps he looked to me with pity.
巡察に同行できるよう俺たちからも副長に進言しておこ
う。だからもう少しだけおとなしくしててね。遊び相手くらいにならなってあげるからさ。
Really? Okita smirked, and I couldn't tell if he was kidding or meant it. I turned to look up at the sky, watching the white clouds gently drift apart. Perhaps a shy omen.
The fuck does a shy omen mean?
At least I'd made some progress in my search, I told myself. However little. The wind had pushed the clouds off of Kyoto, and the brilliant blue they'd hidden sparkled above. Time stood still, shadows drifting along my wall.
And my cat is like rolling around under my desk playing with something like a maniac. It's fine. It's very cute, but he's kind of noisy.
How long am I going to do this? Solitude was proving detrimental to any glimmer of hope. My heart felt heavier with each moment. How lonely the wistful, forlorn mind can become. I'd been swept up in a frightening world I didn't understand and couldn't possibly control. I can't possibly figure out what's happening to Father if I'm stuck here. Only Hijikata can give me permission to leave, and he's gone. All I could do was wait. Lamenting things I couldn't change wouldn't improve my situation, and would arguably make it worse. I knew I couldn't trust the men of the Shinsengumi completely. They were, after all, men who could take life in the blink of an eye. It would be just as easy for them to end my life. Well, at least they've all been nice to me, for now. They're nice men, deep down, right?
君さ、騙されやすい性格とか言われない？
What are you doing here?
あれ？もしかして気づいてなかったとか？この時間帯は僕が君の監視役なんだけどな。
Did you hear everything I said?
なんか言ってたの？
He'd heard me. He had definitely heard me. I wanted to scream, but before I could open my mouth, Saito stepped out from behind the door.
そうじ、無駄話はそれくらいにしておけ。
Wait, were you here the whole time too?
つい先ほど来たばかりだが。
Thank goodness. I'm sorry for screaming like that.
気にするな。そもそも今の独り言は聞かれて困るような内容でもないだろう。
True, I didn't say anything, bad. But still. Well, I was just embarrassed to be caught talking to myself. As Saito watched me fidgeting and mumbling, his eyes pierced right through me.
夕飯の支度が済んだのだが邪魔をしただろうか。
Oh, no! Nothing at all.
あんたと掃除の話に一区切りついたら声をかけるつもりだったんだが放っておくと長引きそうだったからな。話の腰を折らせてもらった。
Saito shrugged shortly before we caught the sound of footsteps approaching us noisily. Heisuke shot through the door. The moment he saw us, however, his face fell.
あのさ、飯の時間なんだけど。
すまん、平介。今行く。
ああ、お前も急げって。早くしねえと食うものなくなっちまうからさ。
Sorry, Todo. I'll be there as soon as I can. He turned to leave but halted in his tracks. He pursed his small lips together before speaking.
なあ、その東堂さんってやめない？みんな平介って呼ぶからそれでいいよ。
Are you sure?
年も近いからその方がしっくりするし、あとそのデスマスもやめようぜ。
Alright. I'll do that then. Heisuke.
そうそう、それでいいや。じゃあ早く行こうぜ。
ようやく来たか。
おめえら遅えんだよ。この俺の腹の高鳴りをどうしてくれんだ。
新八さん、それってただ腹が鳴ってるだけだろ。困るよね、こういう単純な人。
Hello, welcome back, Delushi. Did you get victory burgers?
お前らが来るまで食い始めるのを待っててやった。俺様の寛大な腹に感謝しやがれ。
新八、それ寛大な心だろ。それじゃいつものように自分の飯は自分で守れよ。
Cheeseburger and fries. Yum. I kind of want a cheeseburger now.
今日も相変わらずせこい夕飯だよな。というわけで、隣の晩ご飯突撃だい。弱肉強食の時代、俺様がいただくぜ。
ちょっと新八さん、なんで俺のおかずばっか狙うかな。
それは体の大きさだ。大きいやつにはそれなりに食う量が必要なんだよ。
じゃあ育ち盛りの俺はもっともっと食わないとね。
毎回毎回こんなんで済まないな。
I've, gotten used to it.
慣れとは恐ろしいものだな。
Oh, why aren't you taking anything?
うん。あんまりお腹いっぱいに食べるとバカになるしね。
おいおい、バカとは聞き捨て。だがその飯はいただくぜ。
どうぞどうぞ。僕はお酒をちびちびしてればいいし。
んじゃ俺も酒にするかな。
ただご飯とか気にしないでお腹いっぱい食べるんだよ。
That's not intensely passive aggressive or anything, Soji.
I know. I can't help but feel a little bad, though.
気にしなくてもいいが、自分の飯は自分で守れ。
Okay. Always eating alone made the experience of dinner with these men both an exhilarating and a frightening evening for me. It was actually fun.
最初からそうやって笑ってろ。俺らもお前を悪いようにはしないさ。
Harada. His mouth curled up into an honest smile of his own. Had I really looked so down? Perhaps they were all trying to cheer me up. I wasn't quite sure how to feel. I was conflicted over whether or not to feel pity for myself or to appreciate the moment for what it was. The joy seemed to be winning out, however, and I caught myself smiling as Inoue entered the room.
ちょっといいかいみんな。
As usual, his voice was warm, but in his eyes was a level of solemnity I'd never seen before, at least during our brief acquaintance thus far. The warmth of the room slowly evaporated.
大坂にいるトシさんから手紙が届いたんだが、三男さんがタイム中に重傷を負ったらしい。
What?
何があったの？
ああ。二人が訪ねる大坂の呉服屋に老師たちが無理やり押し入ったらしい。駆けつけたトシさんと三男さんがなんとか老師たちを退けたらしいが、その時に切られたそうなんだ。
Is he going to be all right?
相当の深手だと手紙に書いてあるけど、傷は左腕とのことだ。剣を握るのは難しいみたいだが、命に別状はないそうだよ。
Oh, thank goodness. I exhaled a brief sigh of relief, but the rest of the room was tense, still itching for answers.
数日中には豚書へたどり着くんじゃないかな。それじゃ、私はイサミさんと話があるから。
He turned as he spoke, his last words delivered over his shoulder, and was gone. It was Saito who soon broke the awkward silence.
剣が握れないほどの深手か。腕の筋まで立たれているかもしれん。刀は片腕で容易に扱えるものではない。最悪三男さんは二度と真剣を震えない。
Oh, at last I understood.
片腕で扱えば刀の威力は損なわれる。そしてつばぜり合いになれば確実に負ける。
薬でも何でも使ってもらうしかないですね。三男さんも納得してくれるんじゃないかな。
掃除めったなこと言うもんじゃねえ。幹部が羅刹になってどうするんだよ。
Huh? Wait, that didn't make any sense. What are the Furies?
ああ、羅刹ってのは薬を飲んだら怪我も治っちまう。
平助!
Huh? Before I could move, Harada was on his feet and halfway across the room. I barely had time to gasp before he drove his fist into Heisuke. Heisuke, are you alright?
やりすぎだぞ佐野。悪かったな平助。先に口を滑らせたこっちも悪かった。
大丈夫か？悪かったな。
After a moment, Harada curtly nodded to Heisuke in apology, the latter offering a quick, pained smile.
いや、今のは俺が悪かったけど、たくさんさんはすぐ手が出るんだからな。
His punch had enough force to knock out a lesser man, but Heisuke seemed unfazed. It was never clearer how different these men were.
今の話は君が聞いちゃいけないことにほんのちょっと首を突っ込んだところだ。これ以上のことは教えられねえんだ。気になるだろうけど何も聞かないでほしい。それとさっきの平助の話は忘れてくれ。
His voice was friendly, but his eyes gave his words a cold weight that made me feel uncomfortable.
羅刹っていうのはかわいそうな子たちのことだよ。
Okita's voice was flat and motionless. A sudden chill of melancholy entered his eyes. I couldn't bring myself to say anything more. Thankfully, Nagakura broke the awkward silence.
お前さんは何も気にしなくていいんだって。だから、そんな顔するなよ。
I was only a guest in their house, not a warrior of the Shinsengumi. The truth of the Shinsengumi's secrets were no business of mine, something I'd known. There was little value in that sentiment, however.
忘れろ。深く踏み込めば、あんたの生き死ににも関わりかねない。
I bit my lip and kept silent. The wall between us was almost tangible, almost too far large an obstacle for me to defeat easily. I finished my dinner in sad silence, excused myself, and returned to my room. I had a great deal to think about. Furies, huh? I wondered to myself if the Furies referred to the Rakshasa pictured in Buddhist texts.
Texts. Words are hard.
Though I wasn't well versed, I recalled reading a text about a man-eating demon god with that name. I have no idea where to start. From drinking the medicine to Captain becoming a Fury? No, I wasn't supposed to think about those things. I was only going to get myself in trouble if I stuck my nose where it didn't belong.
Buddha, Texas. Oh, God. What even? Buddhist Texans, perhaps? I'm sure that exists. Anyway.
Seeing or hearing the wrong thing could kill me. If I die, I'll have a hard time looking for my father. The Shinsengumi captains are keeping themselves hush around me, especially about the Furies. Are they doing it to protect me? Even if I dug around, I'm sure nothing good would come of it. With that in mind, I did my best to clear my head of the evening's events and slipped into my futon.
This seems like a good spot to take a break. Let's refresh our drinks, get snacks, that sort of thing. And we shall come back and do more of these shenanigans. So, I will see you guys in a few minutes. Shenanarai. Nice. Nicely done. We're almost ready to come back. Apologies for the interesting noises in the background here.
Rearranging the desk ever so slightly.
Not too late since it's a Sunday. Probably maybe another hour or two. Certainly not till 3 a.m. That was us gunning for the finish line, so that's not normal. So yeah, I'd probably say another hour, hour and a half. Yeah, we needed to just, like, get through that bullshit so bad. I was, like, extremely done. I was extremely done. I was like, I want to get started on a new route this weekend because I'm tired of this shit now. But really, it was just like that third chapter was 9 kinds of awful. They could have cut it out completely and the game probably would have been fine-ish. I don't know, the localization on Edo Blossoms, and in general, probably just the writing in Edo Blossoms feels a lot sloppier. Alright, we have a few seconds. Are we ready to just come on back? Let's just do it. As I fight with my desk ever so slightly. Yeah, it did feel really, like, it was getting annoying the way Chizuru was just waxing poetically about how much she fucking loved Sano and it was fate. And, after spending like 5 chapters crying about how it was never going to be because she was a demon and wham wham blah. I am both hopeful that Soji's route will not get dragged into a trash can in Edo Blossoms, and yet terrified that it will get dragged into a trash can in Edo Blossoms. Because in the original, it was one of my favorite routes. We'll see what happens. Alright, back at it again with the Shinsengumi.
March 1864. It fast approached a month since I began living within the Shinsengumi headquarters. Hijikata and Sannan finally returned to the compound from their trip to Osaka, but spirits were low.
Shinsen gummies. That sounds delightful. I want chibi gummy candies of the Shinsengumi now. I would buy the shit out of that.
Sanan's injury had unforeseen consequences for everyone in the organization. Day-to-day operations became hectic for a little while. His wounds seemed quite dire, and they drained whatever goodness in his nature he'd hoped to keep. Sanan would spend days holed up in his room, protected by a barrier of impenetrable silence. If he were to leave his room, a rare occasion now, he was often short-tempered and quickly retreated. Even though I too spent days in the exile of my room, he seemed to take it much differently. Sannan seemed trapped within a painful memory, each day bringing him closer to a gloomy twilight. I softly pondered what service I could offer to the Shinsengumi if I were not allowed to search for my father. I'm sure Hijikata is overwhelmed with whatever business he's dealing with, but I need to visit him. I realize with the tension so high that it's better to have Hijikata on my side rather than not. I crept around the hall looking for Hijikata, but he was nowhere to be seen. Would it be impolite to visit his room directly? As I paced around the hall in contemplation, an unknown warrior appeared before me.
Oh no.
I'd been living in the Yagi residence for a month, but he was unfamiliar to me. My current dilemma compelled me to approach him. Excuse me, have you seen Hijikata? The man turned to respond, and my eyes widened to scan his enormous frame before he spoke.
お前はどこの誰だ? なぜここにいる?
Oh, well, it's a long story.
誰だと聞いている? 答えろ.
I'm Chizuru Yukimura.
ほう。副長が故障に取り立てたという見習い大使とはお前のことか?
Yes. I wasn't aware they were telling people that I was an apprentice warrior at headquarters. However, my reputation was the last thing on my mind as I faced this man's pressuring gaze. I didn't appreciate the harsh scrutiny he seemed to impose, scanning me from head to toe.
Yeah, this guy. How dare he have such gorgeous hair but be so awful. He's also not the only one we really say that about in this game.
お前、局長や副長とはどんな関係だ? 同じ江戸の出身らしいが、どんな縁故を使って取り入った?
I did no such thing!
そう向きになるところを見ると、ますます怪しいぞ。ここは、お前のような剣の腕も才覚もなさそうなものが、うろうろしていいところではないんだがな。もう一度聞く。どうやってあの二人に取り入った？この私、武田観柳斎が聞いているのだぞ。なぜ答えない？
Also, yes, after having watched the first Kenshin movie, the guy they used, the guy who is essentially this guy, or at least his name was used. Lol. Wow. Couldn't be more different.
He grew increasingly agitated, almost like a petulant child, because I refused to answer him. He reached his massive hand over towards me as if to grab me, but then a voice stopped him.
おい、武田！こんなところで何をしている？
When he recognized Hijikata's voice, he snapped his hand back to his side.
これは土方副長。何？近藤局長に少々用がありましてね。
ほう。俺は何も聞いちゃいないが。
最近お姿が見えない三段総長の代わりに相談に乗ってほしいと言われているのです。
Only one samurai may have fabulous flowing locks in this building at any one time. You know that!
しかし、近藤局長もいらっしゃらないようなので、私はこれで失礼します。
Takeda turned to take his leave, but then he slowed his step, leaving us with a few words.
ところで、土方副長。そのものを故障に取り立てたというのは本当ですか？
ああ、少しばかり訳ありでな。
承知しました。訳ありならば、詳しく聞くのはやめておきましょう。ですが、あまり同じ郷里のものばかりを周りに囲うのはいかがなものかと思います。では、失礼。
Once Takeda exited the hall, I couldn't help but feel a rush of relief.
おい、雪村。豚書の中を勝手に歩くんじゃねえ。
Sorry.
Yes, sir. I didn't mean to cause trouble.
お前の正体を知っているのは、このヤギ邸に寝起きしてるやつだけだ。前川邸からこっちに来るやつらには気をつけろ。いいな。
Clear. I promise to be more careful going forward. So, may I ask who that man was?
あいつか。5番組組長の武田貫流斎ってやつだ。腕はそこそこだが、文学だか軍学の多少の知恵を持ってるやつだ。抜け目のないやつだから気をつけろ。
Okay.
それから、用がないならお前もこの辺でうろうろしてないで部屋に戻っていろ。
Hijikata attempted to dismiss me, having said what he felt was appropriate as a stern commander. I consulted the walkthrough really quickly so I could get his attention. But I guess I'm just gonna go to my room. Understood. Although I was finally able to see Hijikata, I didn't want to walk around and cause trouble. So, just as Hijikata ordered, I decided to return to my room. June 1864. The fourth year of the Bunkyu era became the Ganji Gannen, and the summer sweetly blossomed. Spring shed its blooming skin, giving birth to lush green trees facing the wide open sky. During one of these beautiful summer days, I finished cleaning after everyone ate breakfast, and Saito brought me to the hall to Hijikata.
副長、斉藤です。雪村を連れて参りました。
入れ。
Saito responded by quietly opening the sliding doors, gesturing me to enter the room. Upon entering, I saw Hijikata, but also Okita, Nagakura, Harada, and Heisuke in the hall. It appeared that only the captains who were aware of my situation were present.
随分と長く待たせたな。お前を外に出してやる時が来た。
We get to go outside, you guys! Best day ever! Really? I could barely contain the excitement in my voice as soon as the words came out of his mouth. So, is it true there was a man in Fushimi that matched my father's profile?
真偽は定かじゃねえが、本人かどうかは娘のお前に確かめてもらうのが一番だと思ってな。
I nodded in response. For now, any information pertaining to my father was appreciated, so I was thankful. So, where is this man who supposedly looks like my father?
Saito in the formal wear thing. Yep. Always dressing like he's got a funeral to go to.
伏見にある寺田屋って宿だ。これから斎藤に確かめに行ってもらう。
Saito is assigned. I wasn't sure if that meant I was to accompany Saito, or if I would have to wait longer for him. Then Harada chimed in.
だが、行動さんがまだそこに留まってるとは限らねえだろう。
ああ、伏見にいたってことは今日の街中をうろついてる可能性もある。
Julie. I mean, in the modern version, yeah, probably. He's just like one step more formal than everyone else, always and forever.
その通りだ。だから原田と新八、それから平助の巡察にこいつを同行させて高堂さんを探してもらってもいい。
俺たち全員で？いつもは手分けして順番に見回りしてるのに。
You're absolutely right, Lynn. Like, middle-aged bald doctor is a really... Well, that's pretty much every doctor in Japan.
Hijikata didn't bother entertaining a response, instead looking towards me. Was he suggesting... These were the men who were responsible for dealing with me should I attempt to flee. Heisuke must have sensed this as well, so he made no attempt to further push the issue.
言いたいことは分かりましたけど、この子のおもりを僕たちに任せっぱなしってのは気に入らないな。今日は確か土方さんも外出する予定が入ってましたよね。今後のためにも可愛い故障を同行させていろいろ勉強させたらどうですか？
何を言ってやがる。こいつが俺の故障っつうのはお前が勝手に言ってただけだろうが。
でも他の大使たちは完全にそう信じ込んでるみたいですよ。
I wonder who they have to thank for that.
嘘から出た誠なんて言葉もありますし、相応の仕事をさせた方がいいんじゃないですか。
As Okita and Hijikata bickered at one another, the mood of the room was locked in their tense words, until Harada whispered to me.
まあ、今の今日は物騒だし、無理に出かける必要はねえと思うぜ。
Oh, Lindy. Good night, my dear.
俺たちも一応、高堂さんの顔はわかるんだしな。
And feel better. Get you some rest. I guess I'll see you Tuesday. Alrighty. We will figure it out.
I could look for my father in Fushimi, or join the patrol rounds assuming he's moved places, or stay here to keep safe from the outside, or accompany Hijikata as his page. There were so many choices. What should I do?
Apparently we're gonna stay behind in headquarters. Because that seems to be what Okita's doing as well. And he's the one we want to hang out with the most.
Although my goal was to discover the whereabouts of my father, I wasn't completely sure that I was welcome to join the expedition, nor was safety assured. I appreciate your gesture, but I think I should stay behind today.
え、なんでだよ。行動さんを探すせっかくの機会だろ。
True, but I have to understand my place here. And it's not sure he's there. More chances will come.
まあ、お前がそう言うんならしょうがねえけど、遠慮なんてする必要ねえのにな。
Afterwards, the men deliberated before splitting off to their directives, and I returned to my room. Perhaps I should have gone. Maybe it would have been better for me to take the risk and learn something. Anything. It felt like an icy dagger was pressed into my chest, piercing my thin flesh with a cold blade.
She sure does get depressed.
後悔してるの？だったら一緒に行けばよかったのに。
Okita. I'm not regretting it. I was so ashamed, so I couldn't bear to look into his eyes. But he smiled wryly before continuing, while touching my chin.
へえ、後悔してないんだ。僕とはじめくんがわざわざ土方さんに掛け合って君の外出の許しをもらってあげたんだとしても。
What? His revelation nearly took the air from my lungs. That was the last thing I expected him to say. A little while ago, when they tested my swordsmanship, Saito did make that promise. That they'd advise Hijikata to join their rounds.
That was clumsy grammar.
Did I really waste their kind efforts? Throwing away their promise to get me out? I'm so sorry. You two worked so hard to convince him, and I...
土方さんに掛け合ったのははじめくん。僕は後ろで軽くうなずいただけ。
Even so, I'm sorry. When I see Saito later, I need to apologize and give my thanks to him. I can't believe I didn't realize from the start. I feel like I let them down. As I was coming to terms with my decision, Okita stared down upon me blankly.
ただ、勘違いしないでよね。君の剣の腕前をはじめくんはああ言ったけど、あの程度の剣技は順殺じゃ何の役にも立たないから。君みたいな腕を道場剣術って言ってね。実戦じゃ何の役にも立たないやつのことを言うんだよ。
He was ruthless, but his criticism was spot on, so I was convinced he was right.
ついてくるのはいいけど、不用意にその小太刀を抜いたり、僕たちの前に出ようとしないでね。 邪魔をしたり足を引っ張ったりしたら君のこと本当に切っちゃうよ。
I understand. I nodded in a plaintive manner. Okita said nothing else as he turned his back to me to exit toward the inner court.
Cool. Greetings! Welcome! Smignac? Am I saying that correctly? Please correct me if I'm completely obliterating your names, friends. Yeah, Soji sure is romantic early on.
Oh, it's me.
Okay. Hi, Smignac. How are you? Oh no, I can't read the screen. My cat's in the way. All right. Here we go.
No news of my father came forth the other day, and somber restlessness took hold of me. Originally, it seemed Hijikata granted me approval to accompany the captains on their rounds through Kyoto to search for my dad. Then he called me in. Excuse me. I saw Okita and Heisuke had been summoned along with me, and I felt a partial sense of relief. It did a little to calm my chattering nerves, and I didn't want to be in a bad spot with Hijikata. You called me? Hijikata seemed to be in a foul mood, so I decided it was best to act with tact in his presence.
Yeah, but like, isn't Hijikata always in a foul mood, basically?
お前の行動さん探しの件だがな。しばらく様子を見ようと思う。
What? But why? We just started looking for him. Stopping now would surely cause any of our leads to run dry. His words stunned me. How could he back out on this? Hijikata remained deeply composed.
長州の連中が不穏な動きを見せている。本来ならお前を外に出せる時期じゃない。
I think you're right, Lynn. He has several moods, but they're all on a sliding scale of bad.
I'd heard how the warriors of the Choshu domain associate with the Imperial Nationalist Party. For some reason, they find foreigners repulsive, using brute force to prevent any foreign presence. All of their faith is aligned with the Emperor. The Shinsengumi, on the other hand, serve the Shogun, meaning they are directly opposed. If the Choshu is active, it could mean that my own goal is of little consequence to the Shinsengumi.
The level of bad can be judged entirely by the height of his eyebrows. You're probably not wrong, Ethan.
I might become something of a burden to them. Oops. So, are you asking me to refrain from joining the rounds until things with the Choshu domain settle? Hijikata nodded and turned towards the two men.
というわけで、今日からこいつを巡察に連れて行くのは取りやめだ。
なるほどね。だから当番の俺らが呼ばれたってわけか。
Heisuke seemed 2 steps behind Hijikata's words, until this very moment where it seemed to click.
でも今までだってこいつが巡察に迷惑をかけたこともないし、別にいいんじゃないかな。
そうそう、僕たちに何かあっても関わらないようにしてくれればそれでいいし。 どさくさに紛れて逃げ出すこともないしね。
I won't run. I knew he wasn't being serious, but I couldn't stand to keep my mouth shut. I made up my mind the minute the men of the Shinsengumi agreed to help me find my father. I made a vow never to run from the Shinsengumi, for as long as they helped me find my father. My desire to find my father showed no signs of slowing, even since I first arrived in Kyoto. I will keep my vow. So please, please allow me to continue looking for my father. I bowed to Okita, keeping my eyes locked with his. His smirk, however, shrunk slowly as he gazed towards me, caught in between words to say.
危険を承知でついてくるって言うなら、僕の一番組に同行してくれて構わないよ。それに、行動さんらしい人を見たっていう証言もあるしね。
確かにそういう証言もある。だが危険だと分かってるところにミスミス出すこともねえだろう。分かってるのか？お前らの足を引っ張りかねねえんだぞ。
I promise I won't cause any trouble. Please! If I lose the opportunity to search for my father, then the chances of finding him will sink. I lied prostrate before him, and Hijikata simply sighed heavily.
父を巡察する組長の指示には必ず従え。いいな。
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. I didn't know how else to show my gratitude, so I bowed deeply again.
行くか行かないかはお前が好きに判断しろ。
All right.
I know. The, like, searching for my father thing is like, Jesus. Chill, girl. Chill.
I had to make sure this was the best decision. There was something in his demeanor that made me unsure of my desire to leave the compound.
And here she goes waffling again.
Still, if I was with Okita or Heisuke, I'm sure I'll be safe and well protected. On the other hand, my presence could be an undue burden to them. What was I to do? Well, I'm going to consult the walkthrough, obviously. Huh. It feels like there are more people walking around than usual. The streets of Kyoto were packed with people shuffling into the shops and businesses all over.
Hijikata さんの反対を押し切って巡察に同行してるんだってこと忘れないでね。
I wish I had a walkthrough to consult for life. Sure would be nice.
Sorry, I was distracted by all the people. The city is filled with so much more cheer. I guess I just couldn't help myself. Okita's eyes twinkled and he smiled voraciously, and I could sense him relax.
まあ、祇園祭りも近いしね。街が浮き立ってるのは僕も否定しないけど。
Oops.
でも、上位派浪士たちの動きが怪しいのは本当だから。僕たちから離れて勝手に動くのだけはなしね。
Okay. We walked down Kyoto's largest street, alongside the First Division. No one came within a few yards of us. They stepped away the moment their eyes caught the bright blue of the Shinsengumi's jackets.
Oops.
I noticed this phenomenon briefly when I first joined the Shinsengumi on their rounds, but it was clear the people of Kyoto feared them. Excuse me. I paused every so often to ask some of the less intimidated passersby if they'd seen my father. I'm looking for someone. He's in his 40s and he speaks with an Edo accent. He's a doctor, and he's a friendly, bald man. After a few hours of searching, I met someone who claimed to see a man matching my description.
そんな雰囲気の人なら、しばらく前にそこのマス屋さんで見かけたよ。
As he spoke, he pointed toward a store selling wood and charcoal. Thank you so much! Okita caught my eye and gave me a stern look. He looked as if he was going to reprimand me when...
貴様ら浪人か。手取りなら判明を答えろ。
The cry came from a Shinsengumi soldier, and Okita turned, his lips tightening into a thin line.
ああ、よりにもよってこんなところで騒ぎを起こすなんてね。
His hand dropped to his sword as he ran toward the commotion. Townsfolk shrieked and ran like leaves before a gale. Whoa! In the sudden press of fleeing citizens, I found myself pulled away from Okita. For a moment I was panicked, but realized that perhaps it was best. If I stayed close, he would have been forced to keep attention on me. I hoped to avoid distracting him. I hid in an alley to watch, and I could return to the First Division once the tension simmered.
坊ちゃん、そこの坊ちゃん、巻き込まれんよううちの店へ入りや。
Huh? I paused for a moment. A strange man was inviting me into his store. Not strange on the face of it, perhaps, but I was warned many times to be on my guard. I was about to politely refuse when I realized it was the store to which the man pointed earlier. Excuse me, but is this Moss's?
へえ、そうどす。
Great! You see, I'm looking for someone and...
キエモンさん、このガキ、さっきまで新選組の沖田と一緒にいたぜ。
Huh? I'm not of the Shinsengumi.
新選組だと逃げろ！
No, it's not like that! I'm just looking for someone... Even if I had been walking with them, the reaction of the store's customers seemed excessive.
君って本当に運がないよね。ある意味こいつらも僕もだけど。
Oh goodness, Danny. Did you ever get your card sorted out? Also, welcome. You have not missed a lot. We have just been coasting our way through Kyoto winds slowly, reacquainting ourselves with with the early stuff. Oh goodness. I'm sorry. That's a bummer, but at least you got everything working back to where it was.
He gave a small, unconcerned shrug and leapt through the door of the shop.
Yeah, we getting soji.
Masu's exploded with the clang of blades, men swearing and scrambling across furniture. What is the meaning of this? What on earth just happened? When we returned to Shinsengumi headquarters, Sun-Nun had a number of less than pleasant words. We kneeled for some time as the colonel berated us, before Okita finally spoke up.
そんなに怒ることないじゃないですか。僕たちは長州の患者を捕まえてきたわけだし。
When the fight was over, we discovered a massive arms cache and confiscated the entire thing. No one bothered to explain to me what was happening, however. and I was utterly lost.
怒ることではない。沖田君は面白いことを言いますね。マスやキエモンと身分を偽っている人間は長州の患者である古高俊太郎だった。我々新選組はその事実を知った上で彼を泳がせていた。
その通りですけど、でも捕まえるしかない状況だったんですよ。
まあ宗司の言う通り、ある意味では大手柄だろうな。
でも古高を泳がせるために頑張ってた島田君や山崎君に悪いと思わないわけ？
The corners of Heisuke's mouth twitched into a smile, but Shimada interrupted him to continue.
東堂君のお気持ちもありがたいですが、我々のことはあまり気にしないでください。自分らも古高に対して手詰まりでしたから、沖田君たちが動いてくれて助かりましたよ。
Yamazaki nodded in silent agreement.
古高捕獲はすでに済まされた事柄です。その結果に不満を述べるつもりはありません。
お前ら首相な奴らだね。それに引き換え宗司は。
Dang. Soji's taller than Nagakura.
It didn't seem Nagakura was going to let Okita get away without rubbing his mistake in his face. Both Kai Shimada and Susumu Yamazaki serve as Shinsengumi officers and spies under Hijikata. Aside from the captains who stay in the Yagi residence, they are some of the few people entrusted with the knowledge of my situation. In other words, these men are highly valued officers within the organization. Despite their resounding support, I felt a rush of guilt sweep over me, and I spoke up. I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. Some Ronin were causing trouble, so I tried to get out of the way. I got separated from Okita in the crowd, and I didn't go right back to him. Before I realized what was going on, someone just started shouting at me.
君への監督不行き届きは誰の責任ですか?
He glared at me, his eyes hard and angry, and my throat tightly clenched into dryness.
一番組組長が監視対象を見失うなど、まったく情けないこともあったものですね。
When I'd first met him, Sunnan had been nice, if a little quiet. After his injury, however, it was as if he'd become an entirely different man.
外出を許可したのは俺だ。こいつらばかり責めないでやってくれ。
Sunnan looked up as Hijikata walked into the room. He gave the commander a tight, wry smile, but got only a peaceful, impartial glance in return.
土方さんが来たってことは古高の拷問も終わったのか？
ああ、風の強い日を選んで京の都に火を放ち、あわよくば天皇を長州へ連れ出す。それが奴らの目的だ。
His voice was calm and measured, but we all felt the import of his words.
町に火を放つだ？長州の奴ら、頭のネジが緩んでるんじゃねえの？
それ単に天使様を誘拐するってことだろ？尊王とか言ってるくせにやることはめちゃくちゃだよな。
何にせよ見過ごせるものではない。
奴らの会合は今夜行われる可能性が高い。お前たちも出動準備を整えておけ。
承知しました、副長。
よっしゃ、腕が鳴るぜ。
Even though each man displayed his professionalism differently, they were all clearly prepared. As they quieted down, Hijikata turned toward me, as if he had only just noticed my presence.
それから行動さんの件だ。西国の者と一緒にマスヤに来たことがあるらしい。
What?
今日で見たっていう話は本当だったってことだ。だがそれだけだ。
My father with someone from the West? But my father went missing in Kyoto. How would he be with someone from the West? But no one had an answer for me. Preparations for the raid began immediately. Within moments, the compound was like a beehive, with soldiers and officers running back and forth. The tension felt thick enough to cut with a knife. I found it affecting me, despite my best efforts. My encounter at Masu's created some of their current headache, and I'd hoped to make up for it. Hey, can I... Oh. It became clear to me that I had very little to offer when it came to preparing for a raid. At the end of the day, all I could do was stray quietly to the side and avoid being a burden. Just then, I heard someone's voice out of the blue.
動ける隊士が足りていない。近藤さんの隊は10名で動くそうだ。
俺ら土方さんの隊は24人だったか。隊士の半分が腹痛って笑えねえよ。
Hello, kitty. Go buy some potions and elixirs for the raid. Cheese Eater's just a filthy casual.
Ah, that's right. There were a handful of men who were bedridden from a swift food poisoning epidemic, leaving them short-handed in battle. They planned on dividing the troops in half. Kondo's troop will go to Ikeda Inn, and Hijikata's troop will head to Shikoku Inn.
そういえば、あいつらは使わないのか。夜の任務だし、うってつけだと思うんだな。
Them?
お前らが減らしたけど、まだ何人か残ってるはずだろ。
しばらく実戦から遠ざけるらしい。調整に手間取っていると聞いたが。
All right, go walk the doggos.
「血に触れるたび俺たちの指示も聞かずに狂われてはたまらん。
What? I swore I heard something before about a reaction to blood, but this was something I was not supposed to hear. The two men hadn't realized that I was listening to their conversation. But it was crucial that I don't say anything.
奴らも浮かばれねえな。戦うために選んだ道だろうに。
3. 浮かばれないという表現は死んだ者に対して使うものだろ
う。ああ、表向きは死んだことになってるが、本当は死んじゃいないしな。むしろめったなことじゃ死なねえし。
There was no doubt that what I was hearing was not meant for my ears. I shoved my fingers into my ears and closed my eyes tightly. The best I could do was make sure I didn't hear anything else.
ん？雪村君、こんなところで何をしているのかね。
My eyes flew open to see Kondo in front of me. I couldn't just sit there. I told him the truth, how I'd felt so useless and left my room to find some way to help.
なるほどな。君の気持ちはよくわかる。打ち入り前で皆も高揚しているしな。
Yes. Excited? More like bloodthirsty, to be honest.
どうかね。君も一緒に来るか。
What? That was not what I'd expected him to say. You mean go on a raid with you? I don't know what I could.
実は腹を壊して動けない大使が多くてな、人手が足りんのだ。伝令役になってもらえるとありがたいんだが、もちろん君に無理はさせん。
You raise a good point. Now that he mentioned it, I did remember hearing that Kondo's troop only had 10 people in it. Well, alright. If I'll just be a messenger. His face split into a grin, and I found myself on the way to Ikeda Inn to accompany their raid. Kondo's presence was relieving, and his good nature gave me comfort in asking him a question. Kondo, your uniform is different than the one your other men wear. The Shinsengumi's unique light blue uniform made it so anyone in Kyoto would recognize them. However, Kondo's uniform was white, almost cream, setting him apart from his men.
これか？暗いところに押し入った時にすぐに仲間だとわかるようにな。
I see. I didn't know the corp uniform came in so many varieties. Their usual uniform was well-fitting, and the colors stood out. But this white uniform was more elegant. I smiled while I looked at his uniform, and I braced myself for what was to come.
We're gonna save, because I feel like it's been a while since we did that.
Hour of the Dog. After we arrived at Ikeda, I was sent off on several short errands nearby. I returned to hear Nagakura talking to Okita.
こっちが当たりか。まさか長州藩邸のすぐ裏で会合とはな。
僕は最初からこっちだと思ってたけど、奴らは今までも頻繁に池田屋を使ったし。
だからって古高が捕まった晩にわざわざ普段と同じ場所で集まるか？普通は場所を変えるだろう、常識的に考えて。
じゃあ奴らには常識がなかったんだね。実際こうして池田屋で会合してるわけだし。
Nagakura and Okita's conversation was very light-hearted, which didn't quite suit the subject matter. Perhaps the Choshu were trying to trick the Shinsengumi. I certainly wouldn't have known. Whatever the reason for their behavior, however, neither Nagakura nor Okita seemed worried. Heisuke noticed me as I approached and jogged over.
どうだった？会津藩とか諸次第の役人まだ来てなかった。
To be honest, I didn't really see anyone nearby.
日暮れ頃にはとっくに連絡してたってのに、まだ動いてないとか何やってんだ
よ。落ち着けよ、平助。
The larger man smacked Heisuke playfully on the shoulder with a bark of laughter.
あんな奴ら役に立たねえんだから、来ても来なくても一緒だろ。
だけどさ、新八さん、俺らだけで突入とか無謀だと思わねえの
？Heisuke frowned, and Takeda, who was on standby behind Heisuke, nodded in agreement.
この人数で踏み込むなど無謀にも程がある。ここは会津藩の援軍を待つべきかと。
武田君がそう言うなら分かった。もう少しだけ待ってみよう。
But no matter how long we waited, the officials never came. Hour of the Boar.
For reference, that's about 10 p.m. Hour of the Dog was about 8 p.m., I think, so they waited like 2 more hours, if I remember correctly. It's in the encyclopedia. I don't feel like looking it up.
I looked up at the sky. The moon inched itself further across the sky since we'd arrived at the Ikeda Inn.
さすがにこれはちょっと遅すぎるな。
近藤さん、どうします？これでミスミス逃がしちゃったら無様ですよ。
The chief had been quiet all this time, but when Okita addressed him, he finally stood up to speak.
これ以上は待てん。宗司、長倉君、東堂君、俺についてきてくれ。
Okita nodded quietly but firmly.
では、私は表口を固めますから、皆さんご存分にどうぞ。
あ？武田さん来ないつもりかよ。
いいからいいから。中が暗くて間違って切られても困るし。あ、こっちが間違って切っちゃうかも。
沖田君、それはどういうことかな？
まあまあ、突っ込むのは気心が知れた方がいいだろう。というわけだから、武田さんは外を頼むぜ。
Can you tell nobody likes him?
雪村君、少し池田屋から離れていてくれるか。ここは危険だ。老子が降りてくるかもしれん。もっとも逃がすつもりはないがな。
All right. He stood up, smiled curtly, and ran to the inn.
会津中将お預かり老子隊新選組、戦意のため宿内を改める。
His declaration was met with a cacophony of yells and screams erupting from out of the inn.
わざわざ大声で討ち入りを知らせちゃうとか、すごく近藤さんらしいよね。
いいんじゃねえの？正々堂々名乗りを上げる。それが討ち入りの定石ってもんだ。
自分をわざわざ不利な状況に追い込むのが新八さんの言う定石？
Heisuke and Nagakura grinned at one another as they sauntered towards the inn.
御用改めである。